Hello, my name is Eduardo and I am here with another tutorial, and this is a tutorial for After Effects. This tutorial is about how to become a monster, so let's see what we are going to do today. Well, as you can see, this is the video, and today I'm going to show you how to add color to a face, or how to color a face, how to add a white eye and black eye. Also, I will show you how to add a scar. So we are going to be using in this tutorial After Effects and Mocha. Mocha comes with After Effects, so it is just a part of it, so you can use it. It is very powerful 2D tracker. Well, to start with this video, I'm going to work with the original file, not this one that I have used with a green background. Okay, so if you want to check something about removing this, you can check all my other tutorials, okay, about removing the green screen. But well, today we're going to be working with this, so I export my original file to work in Mocha. I use a QuickTime movie, okay, so I exported to that because it works really nice. So then I export my clip, or open my clip in Mocha. I import it. Then before that, I have to make sure that it has the same settings from the composition that I am planning to work with. Okay, so I just check the frame rate, that it's very important, and the size. So I check everything, it's perfect, so I just click OK to continue with working with Mocha. Now we're going to zoom in, just click the Z key, and then we're going to use here this mask with the X. Okay, we're going to create a mask in the eye to track the eye, of course. So here around the eye. So I'm going to track first, well, I'm going to track the left, the right, and the nose also. Okay, I'm going to track them, the left eye, the right eye, and the nose. So I'm going to use here the X-Spline tool, okay, that it's going to create two separated layer masks. I just it is a good idea to write the name, okay, to keep things organized. Just adjust very well the image. Remember, Mocha, it's a 2D tracker, so it is not looking for points in this case. Like in After Effects, it is trying to detect or analyze plane surfaces. Okay, so I guess this is okay. Then I'm going to track also a part of the nose. I'm not tracking the mouth because in this case the boy is like, well, my boy, it is like talking, so that can not be a good idea. So, but I'm going to be tracking the nose. Well, so if we click here, track, and we're going to track the 3 layers at the same time. So you just wait a little bit for this. Sometimes it takes some time. I'm going to speed it up, and we wait for the information. So be careful and pay attention when the Mocha is working, okay? So in that case you can check if something it is not going well. So if you see like a special jump or something from the tracking mask, okay, so but I guess it looks perfect. So now you have this tracking information now, and we're going to export this tracking information to After Effects. We select here, first you select the track that you want to export. In this case, I'm going to select here one of the eyes, the left eye. So export tracking data, and then we're going to copy to clipboard. Make sure that it's for After Effects. Okay, the position and everything. Copy to clipboard, and then we go to After Effects. We're going to create a null object, and we're going to paste information over there. Okay, before that, it is a good idea to write a name to the null object. For example, in this case, this is left eye tracking, for example, because sometimes when you have a different kind of information, you can get like confused. Well, then we select here paste, and we paste this information over the null object. Now we have this, and we do the same for the other eye and for the nose. So we export, copy to clipboard, and then in Mocha, in After Effects, we create another null object, and we're going to paste the information over there. Of course, don't forget to write the name for the null object. So the null object, it will contain all the tracking information. And that's perfect. And then we create the nose, do the same, select the nose layer, copy to clipboard, and then export the tracking data here, or paste the tracking data. You have 3 null objects now with the information. So now we're going to add first the colors. If you check out the eye, in the eyes, they look like darker. So we're going to do this with a solid. Okay, so that is the idea for this eye. First, we're going to create a solid, make it comp size, and then we are going to make it like black. So to check here, check the eye icon to unhide this thing, and you can make a mask. So using the pen tool, we're going to create a mask around this area, and that's it. So this is the area that we want it to be. We want it to be black, and that's it. You can now check the eye if you want. So well, now we need to work with the mask. To work with the mask, if you check, we don't want to be everything dark. So we have to create a mask inside this mask, okay, in the same layer of the solid. So this is going to be set as a subtract. And now we click on the eye, and that's it. Now the solid looks very solid. So we need to add a feather. You can click F, or just in mask, okay, expand all the options, and you add the feather. Also work with expansion. Basically the idea is to work with feather and expansion mask. So you just write the name for this, the left eye, black. And then we're going to connect this to the information of the tracking data that is in the null. With that thing, your solid layer with this information, it will be like connected or linked to all the information from Mocha that it's contained in the null object. Okay, well, we are working with the feather and these things just to make this eye look better. Okay, it looks like a panda now, but don't worry. We need to work with the blend mode here. So in the blend mode, we can go for overlay, and it looks okay, or multiply. So you just have to experiment with this. But if you check this thing, it's moving. It's moving now because of this connection with the null object that contains the information, that contains the tracking data. Information, sorry. Okay, well, I am just trying to fix more the appearance of this. Remember, expansion and the feather are the tools that you have to use a lot in this part. Well, now we're going to create another solid, and we're going to do the same for the other eye. Okay, so you can write the name, and well, you just hide the solid to work out to create the mask. Okay, you can see too this thing. So we are going to create a similar mask, in this case for the right eye. So that's it. And also the interior mask, subtract, remember. Now we're going to work with feather and with mask expansion, okay, and also with the blend mode. Okay, so you have to check, sometimes you have to check all the different blend modes. Okay, maybe you want to achieve something different, a very different look, but in this case I wanted to have something like very dark in the eyes of this of my boy. Well, it's quite done. Now we have to connect to the tracking information. Remember, it's very important, I forgot to tell you this, but when you paste information from Mocha to your null object, you have to be in the first frame, okay, of your composition. If not, you're going to have problems. So don't forget that, okay, when you paste the information from Mocha. Well, now everything is like connected. So you have the eyes, and it looks quite okay. As I told you, it looks like a panda. But don't worry, we're going to change these things in a moment. Wow. Now we're going to use more information here. I'm going to show you another way to track, okay? In this case, I'm going to show you how to track the face. So you can do it a different way, or as we did before, but in this case I'm going to disable this. I'm going to disable the tracking and the visibility. Now I'm going to track the areas from the face that are like quite connected, like in a plane. In this case, if you check, this part of the eyes and the nose are like it's like one plane. Yes? So now we have this information to track the movement of the face. Now it is a very good idea to add more. So here you're going to check the X spline, okay? So this is going to add another mask to the same layer, not a different layer. So you want to have another extra mask to the same layer to have more information to track. This is going to help Mocha to get a very good track. Yes, well, I'm going to select here the forehead, and that's it. We have this. So here I'm not creating like anything special. I'm just creating this layer just to get tracking information. Okay, it is not the shape of the head. So I'm going to click here in track, and I'm going to wait. Okay, I just well, this shot is not very difficult, so I'm going to leave the options just as default. And well, we play, we wait, and that's it. We have the tracking information. Now we're going to do this. We're going to create another layer, but this layer is going to be the shape. It's not going to be like for tracking, because we already tracked the face, so we did it. Now we are going to track, oh well, not going to track, I'm going to here try to get the shape of the face that I want to color. Yeah, so then I select all the nodes and try to make them smoother. Yes, so I already tracked information. Well, I add a little feather over there to have it a little bit more smooth, or smoother, sorry, smoother. Then I write the name. So this is, now I have to connect this layer, this shape, with the tracking data from the face that we have in the other layer, that is the tracking head, remember, or face. We connect it over there, we link, and that's it. Now it's moving with the actor, okay, and it looks quite good, okay, so you don't have to adjust. But if you have like something that it doesn't look very good, so you can adjust you can make a manual tweaking, okay. So then I just check here to see with the color to have a better idea about what is happening with my mask. I click on stabilize just to see if everything is quite okay. So it looks okay, very stable. Okay, now I'm going to disable the stabilize, and I'm going to export. In this case, I'm not going to export. I'm going to select the mask that I already created, this mask, the white mask, and I'm going to export it as a shape, not as a tracking data. Okay, so I make sure that it's for App Inventor. I copy the shape, okay, and then I'm going to go here, I'm going to paste it, but I'm going to paste it not in a null object. I'm going to paste it in a solid. You can paste this shape also in a clip, in the original clip, okay, but I prefer to do it in the solid. So then I go here, paste Mocha shape, and that's it. You have here the solid with a mask that it's working over there. So That's it. So you have this shape that is quite animated. Okay, so we did it in Mocha, and now we have it here to work with. Now it's time to add some color, so some effects to this beautiful face. I was just checking to show you this thing. It is connected. The blend mode, remember, we can add overlay. Well, it looks terrible now, but we almost have this. I am just checking here with the feather, the mask expansion. Again, you move it and you check it. For example, I want to have here the green color. We click OK. That thing that you can see, like this kind of blurry thing, it is the feather or the mask and the mask expansion. Then we check here for the blend mode that we want to have. I selected color, and then the opacity, you press T for opacity, and that's it. It's looking better or worse. Okay, well, we just adjust these things and it looks quite okay. So now let's work with the eye. Let's create a white eye. So let's see that we have here this thing. We have the information, the tracking information in a null object. So the idea is just to create a shape or solid, and with this solid we're going to create a mask, a white mask, well, for the white eye. So yes, click on the eye icon, then we just create a very fast mask. It is like rotoscoping the eye, something like that. And that's it. We can unhide the layer, and that's it. You have your white eye. And also, well, we work with feather and mask expansion to blend better this image. And that's it. It looks quite okay. Now we need to connect. Don't forget to connect here this layer. You can check the different blend modes. For example, that one was really greenish. Now we're going to connect the layer to the tracking information. In this case, it's in the right eye, so let's connect it to the right eye. Okay, well, I was just checking the way it looks. So it looks okay. It looks okay. So now we connect to the tracking information, and now this eye, it is like linked to the tracking information, and it's moving according to the act 4. That's it. Well, it was not very hard. Now it's time to add the black one. It is quite the same. Here we created a layer, then we create the mask, and in the mask we feather and work with the mask expansion. That's it. And we connect to the tracking information from the right eye. So it is not pretty complicated, and it looks really good. I honestly prefer the black one. It looks better. I like it. But well, we have here white and black eye. And it wasn't very hard, wasn't it? Or was it? Sorry, sometimes my English is not very good. Now, let's go for some scarves. I googled for this. I found some scarves that are not perfect, but they're going to work really nicely. So we copy this. I'm going to use GIMP. You can use Photoshop if you prefer. So I copy this image, and then I'm going to paste it, and I'm going to cut the scarf that I want to use in my video. So first I just use a color mask. Just remove the white. I check just here. I contract the mask. So just to remove more pixels, white pixels. That's it. And then we're going to copy and paste this thing. Well, just as I told you, I have to reduce the mask. Now I'm just going to select the scarf that I need. In this case, I guess I would go for this one, but it's okay. I'm going to put it in the eye. Then I use here this kind of distortion tools. In Photoshop you have something more powerful, so not very big deal. I guess it's the liquify. Well, in GIMP we use this one, and just to give some randomness to the shape, more natural. And then we have this. We adjust just a little bit the colors, the curves, and if you are pretty satisfied with this information, let's just make it a little bit transparent. We export it as a PNG, we import it, and we drag it to the composition. Well, we import it and we drag this thing. Now we have the scarf, drag it, and now place it, and let's see what happens. Oh, it looks pretty good. Now we just need to adjust in which layer it's going to be, in the order, the order of the layer. So I guess it has to be behind the color, the green color maybe, or behind the eye. Okay, so now we change the blend mode. I guess overlay, it will be perfect, the transparency mode, and we connect this to the left eye tracking data that is in the null object. And now the scarf is connected to your actor. Wonderful, right? And you can add scarves, you can add blood, you can add words, something like a tattoo. I don't know, it is up to you, but it looks pretty good. And if you check, it was not very hard to achieve this result. And maybe if you want, you can add for the next time a texture, as we did with this. Okay, you can add a texture and you can blend it, and then you just link it to the tracking information. Basically, that is the idea to work with these effects. Now I want to remove some of the green from the mouth, because if not, it looks very green. For example, the teeth are not green, more like white or red or something. Is a monster, right? Well, I just was checking this just to make a very simple mask where I want to have here to subtract this color. To do that, I'm going to set here an alpha mate, okay, for the color of the face. So you paste your mask with the mouth over the color mask of the head, and then you in the color mask of the face you set to alpha mate, and that's it. It looks pretty good, right? So, well, we are almost done with this tutorial, and I hope you like it and you find it useful. Please, well, we just have to export this. I'm going to export it to Adobe Media Encoder, and then I'm going to select the H264. That is the one that I usually use to work with YouTube, and just make sure the same dimensions and frame rate from the original clip. I select here principal, and then I select 5 and 7 here. It is not like super high quality, but it works okay, and it works really fast, not very slow. So this kind of thing, it will be like rendering more I guess in less than 3 minutes or 2 minutes. Okay, and I have to tell you that my computer is not very fast. Okay, it is a laptop. Well, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. It was really interesting to do this for you, and as I showed you, I hope you found this thing useful, and you can make some interesting things for Halloween and for Day of the Dead in Mexico. Okay, my name is Eduardo. Thanks for watching my tutorials, and please guys, help me sharing these videos. Okay, and please give me a like. See you next time.